Go. All right. Welcome, Alliance Nation, to this week's activity call. My name is Clay Mertes. I am the Director of Sales. And yes, this is the Alliance corporate office that I am coming to you live from, baby. Live, and we are in action. You need to know, beyond these doors right here, we are up in here kicking ass, taking names, making stuff happen. That's my filter working for you. I've not slept as much as I normally do. Sleep is a privilege or a luxury, at least during these times. And so we've not been sleeping as much as normal. So my filter may not be perfect today. So that's your first disclaimer on this call is Clay may not have a perfect filter. Please forgive me. Say a prayer for me. Whatever you got to do for me, I appreciate it. But just know that we're coming in hot today on the activity call. As I mentioned, my name is Clay Mertes. I'm the Director of Sales here at the Alliance corporate office, which means I'm in charge of our President's Club, our lead performance team, and our ABTF recruiting team. And today's call is going to be focused on resources and people you need to know in order to make stuff happen. Because obviously we are in a battle right now. But what I want you to know about being in a battle is we are not on the defensive. We are not on the defensive here at the Alliance corporate office. We are on the offensive. We're playing offense. We're making some crazy stuff happen. We have some incredibly positive updates to give you and some strategies that we're employing here at the corporate office to keep the boat moving. We are still rowing, but I promise you, if you stop rowing, your team stops rowing, or even worse, they start rowing the wrong damn direction, your momentum is going to stop. So we are focused on maintaining momentum. We are focused as a team on keeping the boat moving, baby. So I'm really excited for you to meet some of your guests today. I'm excited for you to hear some of our strategies that we're employing. And I'm excited to give you some updates here from the corporate office on what's happening, what's working, what's not working. So that way you know exactly what resources and things you have to keep making money. So it's been 9 years that I've been at the Alliance, and I was hired into President's Club originally. And through those 9 years, I was talking to Adam Katz the other day, who's been here far longer than I have. And he's like, Bo, he's like, we have been through some stuff. You could write a story, a book about some of the crazy stuff we've been through. And he's like, dude, I don't know if this makes the top 5 on craziness. I mean, it's crazy. But like we have been through some stuff. And he's like, do you remember that one time when people weren't getting paid? I was like, no, I don't remember that. He's like, well, we're getting paid tomorrow. So if you got a check today, congratulations. That was our ARC team and Robbie Kraft and our IT team making stuff happen to make sure everybody got a check, because obviously we're in this to have fun, make money, and make a difference. But at the same time, this is a dadgum business and we're here to make some money. So I want to tell you some crazy stories about what our IT team did to make sure y'all got a check. But I don't know if I'm at liberty to share the crazy stuff they did, but they made it happen is the point. And nobody is panicked. Everyone is cool as a cucumber to make it happen. But if you check your ARC or your commission deposit on your bank account, you got paid, baby. You may not know exactly where it came from or what policy or whatever it came from, because that's what the ARC has historically done. But baby, this is like a throwback to 2006. This is what it was like when the founders of this company, the Alex Avians, the Mike Leventovich, the Adam Katz, the Fitzes, the Andy Albrights were doing back in the day. Is they were out there, they were focused on helping families, focused on building their business. And when something went good, like a commission cash, they just got paid. And that's how it went. It was like, whoa, I got paid and I'm fired up. So much of what I want you to hear is to focus on what we've got, right? Which is we've got commission in the bank. We've got leads flowing through. We've got the opportunity to still write the policies on these clients that need us. We got our A-lead distribution through GMRs out yesterday, right? We got our lives. We got our prosperity. We got a lot going for us. So today we're going to break down all the stuff we got. So that way you know how to kind of make decisions and make adjustments while we're battling through this war that we're going through. And it's funny. No one, when this all first went down, nobody said we're going to be able to get everybody paid on Friday. here we are, baby. People got paid. It may not have been exactly perfect, but we got damn paid. But we're looking at the notch file and it looks damn good. So we're fired up out of our minds. And I'll tell you what, being in the doubting the alliance business is a bad business to be in, baby. It is a bad business to be in, doubting the alliance. Seriously, we tried losing. It is not for us. That shit is not for us. We are not losers. We are winners. So when we get adversity, when things come at us, we're going to attack it. And that's the message I want you to hear. And the message I want you to tell your team is that when things happen, we are going to attack them. I appreciate everybody texting Robbie all sorts of positive things in the IT team while they're going through it. It is much appreciated. For those of you that sent negative things, we still love you. We still love you. It's okay. We're fighting through it. So everybody that's out there encouraging the positive, it helps because like I said, we're at war and we're in this together as a team trying to make it happen. So I was chatting with Robbie a bunch this morning. He's like he's in rare form. Robbie Kraft is because he's got a newborn baby and he's not been sleeping a lot fixing this problem. So like if you want to see unfiltered Robbie, this is the time. But he's shaking him up, he's stirring him up. He finished with this. He said, "All right, man, I'm gonna go across the street and I'm gonna make sure everybody gets paid on Monday too." I said, "We appreciate that, Bo." But I got an estimated timeline from him, and I can't tell you anything. I want to be like, all right, this is what I can tell. I can't. I'm not allowed to. But just know that we're moving forward, not backward. Seriously, we are moving forward, not backward. We're making progress. Good things are happening. I've never seen Robbie more focused. I've never seen our IT team more focused. Everybody is locked in, making shit happen. We are not panicked. I hope you hear that in my voice, that we're the opposite of panicked. We're fired up. We're making adjustments. And I know I've been talking to a bunch of our managers this week. They're trying to understand, where do I make adjustments? Do I adjust this? Do I adjust that? So hopefully today we can kind of provide some clarity and some things that are happening here. So we're going to kind of break it down. You're going to hear from Gina Honks later on in the call about exactly how and what to write. Okay, how to quote it as well. And we'll do a little screen share. So for those of you wondering, like, how do I still write business? We're going to talk about that. For those of you wondering, how do I still get leads, or what leads do I get, or where can I see them, or that sort of thing, we're going to break that down. For all my President's Club people, we'll break down exactly what you have access to and what to do. And all those people that are recruiting and building a business, we've made some adjustments here in our ABTF, our agency building task force, that I want to share with you that you can copy and duplicate. So that way you can get people moving and get people making money. So first, I want to start with our President's Club. All my President's Club people, hey, we're rocking and rolling. The beautiful thing that we've done over the years in President's Club is we've built a lot of subsidiary resources that use different interfaces. That was some fancy words. I don't even know if I know what they mean. Essentially, a lot of the benefits and the perks we have through President's Club are not housed on our sites, which means they are fully functional. Okay. So when you're talking about ZipRecruiter and you want to keep the boat moving when it comes to hiring agents, guess what? ZipRecruiter is moving and responses are flowing. So all you that are investing in your ZipRecruiter, congratulations, baby. That's still rocking and rolling. Booked interviews. We are still rocking and rolling on booked interviews because, again, we've created a booking page to book them directly on your calendars. That way you can just hire people directly. WordPress, still rocking and rolling. Okay. So when you look at some of our core benefits, they're still rolling. Now, the big one that is not rocking and rolling is our websites, our PC websites. So those are down along with all the other websites. So what I need you to know about that is if you tied your email to that, if your email is an Alliance President's Club email, like yours, mine's Clay at Mertes Financial, it is temporarily down. We are going to get it back right. I promise you. I don't know when. In the interim, I would switch to my personal email so that way you can continue using it and we will get it back rolling. So that is the main thing that's knocked out when it comes to President's Club. But brother, everything else is rocking and rolling. Lucero Diaz is working her ass off. Stephanie Lee's making marketing content and stuff like crazy. And so this is the time when I would be pushing and trying to hire people, especially on ZipRecruiter, because you can get a lot of non-licensed people, get them in class, get them moving, get them making money. All right. We also sent our weekly President's Club package. So anybody that's in President's Club, you should have gotten that. We got some insane content in there this week. So just know that in President's Club, we're here. The best way to get us is on our cell phones. So I'll make sure I post my QR code so you can lock me in on the private Facebook and get my contact information if you need me. So that's the best way to get us: phone, text. Know that we're crazy busy, but know that we care about you. We want to serve and help and support the Alliance while we are battling and making stuff happen. So I mentioned a little bit the process when it comes to getting leads, and I touched on that a little bit. And same deal as our President's Club team, our lead team is here and kicking butt. And the good news is, when it comes to hey Andy, when it comes to our lead performance team, they are here making stuff happen. We are getting leads out there. We're getting leads distributed, and you have resources and options when it comes to leads. So if you have a GMR, congratulations on investing in a GMR, because all our people with GMRs, we already had letters coming through. So we just manually distributed them. You should have gotten your GMR distribution last night via email. Okay. So it's incredible what we're able to do is you're able to keep your business going, keep things functioning. Yeah. All right. So we got some crazy stuff happening, and in the building, still kicking ass as well, still making things happening, is your CEO, Andy Albright. What's up, Andy Albright?
What's up, bro?
How you doing, man?
I just want to step in. I mean, I had scheduled to do a call, but I'm going to be screaming recruiting, build your butt off. This is a massive opportunity, the greatest time in the world. But we happen to be at war with this internet situation. It's a lot. Like, I don't even want to get into it, except for to tell you that our team is 24/7. We're doing whatever we can to get pay dropped today. People are going to get paid today. Oh, I don't even know how. I do not know how Robbie and the team figured it out. Tony Hardy, those of y'all that have been around, Tony Hardy is he's a genius. He's the true architect of the arc. Robbie designed and the interaction between you, but Tony's just unbelievable. I just talked to Bree. She's taking food down, and she's getting lunch for the guys. She took lunch yesterday, dinner last night. They're here 24/7 working to get everything, and we're kind of throwing away all protocol, emailing leads.
You got to do what you got to do, Bo.
We don't have a billing system. We'll have a record of everything you've got. We have a solution to almost everything coming very, very fast.
That's right.
When I started calling out Thursday, I was like, man, I don't even know. And now I'm saying that even though we don't know for sure, it's not going to be the unbelievable, elaborate arc that we had immediately, but we're going to get pieces back to get everything operating. We know exactly what happened. We know how to prevent this from ever happening again. And it will be way better. In short order, we're going to have the arc back, and we're going to have the CRM. All our systems are coming back up, but we're not in a skirmish. We're not in a battle. We're in a war, and all of our team is screaming working their butt off to get it fixed. And the attitude that I've been getting from our leaders across the country has just been remarkable. I've been taking screenshots and sending them to Integrity. They flew in 3 people. I don't even get into their titles, but they're the real deal. Special Forces for IT and some other stuff. So they're here 24/7. Integrity's all over it. We're going to do whatever we got to do to keep this thing running. Listen, not just survive, not just make do. We're going to thrive during this time, and we're going to show the world we're going to keep killing it. Because remember, we started 2024 early, before November 1st, which got us going like this. So we're going to have a hiccup here, but by the end of December and then coming into January 1, we're going to be running 140 miles an hour, and we're going to smoke everybody. So anyway, that's all I'm going to say. That's why I got Clay on here. I was like, Clay needs to talk about ways to overcome, ways to get around, ways that we're supplying that people can access everything. Appreciate you doing that, and appreciate all y'all coming up with your innovative ideas. All right, love y'all. Hammer down, make it happen. Let's go. Hey, next week, I've got some serious recruiting sessions. Love for you to plug in. President's Club only. Sorry, make sure everybody knows this. Talk to Clay or the team. All right, out.
Thanks, Andy. Hey, like Andy mentioned, Tuesday and Wednesday next week. It's posted on the Alliance Facebook page. We're doing, we did some crazy live recruiting with Andy on our men's leadership last week. And it's just, we hadn't done it in a minute. And I asked him, I was like, do you want us to like stack the deck and like get some good people on there so you're talking to good people? He's like, brother, I want what y'all get. I want ZipRecruiter responders. I want booked interviews. Make sure I'm stacked heavy. I got a lot of people to talk to. He's like, but brother, give me the real experience so I can show our agents the real experience. And dude, he lit it up. People were losing their mind, excited, but also the training was insane. So we're like, we have to do that again on a bigger scale. So again, you want to talk about a President's Club advantage. A President's Club advantage is having access to those exclusive calls with Andy Albright. Now, if you know Lucero Diaz and you can text her and beg her to put you on there, she might do it. If you know me and say, I got my cell and ask me, or you know somebody that's got it, maybe you can ask them. Maybe your manager will sneak you on if they like you like that and think that you're gonna be a grower, a leader in our company. Maybe they'll sneak you on. But for real, it's President's Club members, because really we're showing you the resources that you get in President's Club, booked interviews, and ZipRecruiter, and how Andy calls them and gets people started. So thanks for that reminder, Andy. But dude, just you see how fired up he is and his mindset and his attitude about it, bro. We are not panicked. We're in here kicking ass, making it happen 24/7. In 24/7 are you. All right, I started introing my lead team. I started telling you about the things we got happening in the lead world. And I want to introduce you to the two ladies behind the scenes making it happen. And really, same deal with them, dude. Our corporate staff has responded insanely well. Zero panic. It's more a mindset of, hey, what do we got? What can we work with? And what can we get done? And we also work with an incredible mailing team, Cindy Seal and her team. You probably have seen her at some of our events. You've seen her name around. You're going to see her name a lot more because she's going to be emailing you some leads. So we're extremely grateful for how our staff has responded, how our partners have responded and have been there to support us, and of course, how our entire field force has responded. So with that being said, I want to introduce Kat Lewis and Brelo. Come on up, girls. Get up in there. Go one more over.
All right, guys, I'm Kat Lewis. I'm with the leads team, and we are here to jack you up with leads and get you to make money.
And I'm Bree, and I'm also in the leads team, and we are here to help you kick some butt in this terrible time that we're in right now.
So in saying that, I hope you guys are fired up like we are with this amazing team that we have. We have had our phones blowing up, ready to get some leads, and I am very excited about that because we are here to make that happen. So I know you mentioned about GMRs. Now that is one thing I've been telling you guys to have. Biggest perk in having is the GMRs. So I just want to say Cindy is a rock star, and due to these GMRs, she sent over 500 leads out yesterday, 500 mailers, just mailers. So in saying that, yes, set up a GMR. And guess what? You still can set up a GMR. We are still setting up GMRs and adjusting them. Billing is down, but we'll work on that. We'll get all that sorted out. But set up GMRs. This is the prime time to have them rolling out, mailing out. We are still slinging in leads like crazy. And not to mention, we do have our internet leads on deck as well to fill up those little holes that we have, because what do we got to do to make money? We got to talk to people, right? How are we going to do that? We got to get leads flowing in. I am just thrilled that we can still be slinging out leads, and everyone's positivity, everyone reaching out, asking, how do we get leads, pumped up, excited, ready to go, still ready to make money. This is how we keep making it happen. So you can always call us, book with us on our site, or you can reach out to us via phone. My number is 336-524-1371.
And mine is 336-380-8758.
And again, reach out with us. We still need to get our leads out and flowing. We still have jacked up leads. We are just crazy in with leads. We want to get those to you. We want you to make some money. So call us, book with us, simply.book.me. Go in, book with us, call us, and then get crazy.
Good job, LP2.
Yes.
All right, that's the LPT right there. You got to know you want a relationship with them because they can make stuff happen. They can get you leads. They can get your lead order filled. If you've got an existing GMR lead order, congratulations, it's going to continue flowing. Now, if you want one, you can get the mailing going. Now, a question people have been asking is, what about all the leads that I've been buying over the last, investing in over the last couple months? Where are they at? Hey, we're working on getting it rolling. I hope you printed them off. I hope you downloaded them. If you didn't, just know that we're working on getting that page set up. But don't sit on your hands. Don't go, I don't have anything to do. I guess I'll just wait for it to blow over. Dude, it could be longer than a week. It could be 2 weeks. Why would you wait? Why would you sit down in the trench of war and go, man, I hope they don't throw a grenade at me? Brother, get your gun out. Get your, I don't know what they call that sword at the end of the gun, but get ready to charge and go stab somebody with an insurance policy. Get out there, get some instant internet leads, get you one of our vendor leads, bang, bang, John Lewis, get something to keep the train moving. Talk to your manager, say, hey, what would you recommend? Who are vendors you like? Who should I get a GMR? Talk to your manager and get a lead game plan. But the last thing you want to do in times like this is to lay down and hope it blows over. I heard the first person I heard give the Buffalo and cow talk was Jeff Bright, so I'm going to give him credit for it. But it's like they talk about the difference between a cow and a buffalo. When there's a storm coming, a buffalo runs towards it and a cow runs away from it. A buffalo runs towards it because it knows that if it runs towards the storm, it's going to be in the storm for less time because it's going like this. If a cow runs away from it, they go like this and stay in the storm longer. Do you want to stay in the storm longer? Like if we get out, when we get out of this thing, do you want to be like, all right, now I don't have any insurance premium rolling in. Now I got to create my momentum, and you're 3 weeks behind your peers because everyone else took the attitude of I'm going to go kick ass and make some money even though we got some adversity. Don't be that guy. Don't be the cow. I didn't just call you a cow, but like, metaphorically a cow. So you get in trouble right there. All right. So don't be a cow, be a buffalo, get your mind right, get out of the storm faster. All right. So you can still get leads. Congratulations. Get some leads, make some money. Now, how do you make the money? But Clay, the ARC is how I would write all my e-applications and do everything. I understand. We got addicted to it. It's awesome. We're going to appreciate it even more when it's back. It does not mean that our carriers also are shut down. Our carriers are making things happen. All of our e-apps are still accessible. The one exception is CFG. They're working on a workaround. Write a paper app, baby. Pretend like it's 2005. Get you a paper app. Send it to Pam at naaleads.com, and she'll get it submitted to CFG. So you're not SOL there either. Yeah, I'm not going to break it down. So I'm really excited to kind of introduce the next person to show you the top applications that we write, the top way to quote, and the most efficient way to get that information. I have known her for the entire 9 years that I've worked at the Alliance. I am extremely grateful for everything she does for the Alliance. She virtually lives on an airplane and is out there serving our team. On top of, like, she's not just doing meetings, guys. She's out there managing all of our products, managing all of Alliance University, and then managing all of our Medicare world. It's just like crazy, everything Gina does for the team. So I need you to know that when Gina's in your city, it's extremely powerful. It's a blessing. And she has a ton of knowledge to share and to give to you. So with that being said, Gina Hawks, how you doing?
Hey, Clay, can you hear me?
I got you loud and clear.
Okay, awesome. First of all, thank you so much for you and Andy for having me on the call today. I am in an airport, like my second home, or probably my first home. I think I spend more time in airports than at home. So hopefully it won't be too terribly loud. I'm kind of in the corner here. But thanks for having me on. I am just super fired up about this team. Just seeing how people have responded to this. They say that your true character comes out when you face adversity. And so we've seen the Alliance character, and it is so impressive. Just the positive outlook. The team is working 24/7, just figuring out what the heck we got to do to get things done and making things happen, and just seeing that positivity and how everybody is just fighting, coming together, sharing information. on the WhatsApps, on everything, just making sure that the teams have the information that they need. It's just been incredible. The fact that we're paying commissions, didn't miss a beat. Yeah, I mean, Robbie and the ARC team and Tony and Justin and everybody, I mean, just amazing what has been done during this time. But it just shows the power of the Alliance. So I do want to talk a little bit about how you can still go out there and do business, because baby, we're not slowing down. We are still full steam ahead. We've started 2024 already. I even said something the other day about 2024, and I'm like, oh wait, we are actually still in 2023, but that's not our mindset. Our mindset is we've got things rolling so that we can go into 2024 with momentum, not just starting in January. So, you guys heard you can get leads. Your leads are coming through, and your GMRs are coming through. So you've got people to talk to. So I want to talk about some of the resources and what you do have access to. I will tell you, with the main systems ARC and all that being down, we're sending you guys emails. I know you love reading all the emails that the Alliance sends you, but please, during this time, pay attention to those. Those are one of the main ways that we can communicate to everyone. Systems, processes, our amazing insurance carriers. We have such great partners. Andy has built such great relationships with our insurance companies, and they know what's going on. And they're like, what can we do to help? And they're sending out special documents on how to access electronic applications and all that. I'm hoping later today to send out a few, not a bunch, but a few of the most visited videos on Alliance University, so that you'll have a handful of those and you can get those to your new agents that they can do some training. So we're going to be sending you some information via email. Please watch out for that. I know you don't ever ignore them, but please just make sure you're checking those emails, because we are going to be sending you some important information via email. So let's talk about electronic applications. And Clay, are you able? He's going to help me out here. Again, this is all a team effort. I can't share a screen right now, but you can submit electronic applications with every single one of our carriers, with the exception of CFG right now. CFG is paper only, but like Clay said, let's just go back to 2005 and pull out that paper app and that pen and make it happen. But you can go directly to the carrier websites to do electronic applications. Every carrier, with the exception of CFG. So Marcus Richardson did the product call yesterday, went through kind of step by step how to go through and access some of our main carriers and their electronic applications. That was recorded. We're going to get that recording out to you via email today. So go back, watch that, get it out to your teams. But just know, we're moving on. There is nothing stopping us. The carriers are up, they're running, and you can go directly to the carriers to do those electronic applications. And I can't, I'm on my phone and I can't see. And so Clay, I'm not sure exactly what's on the screen there.
I have, I'm showing just
the links.
the post with all the links.
Okay, perfect.
And
Awesome.
I have queued up all the carriers we talked about. So whichever one you want to go to, I can pull it up.
Okay, fantastic. So first of all, before we get into carriers, I do want to let you know the insurance toolkit, our underwriting toolkit, because I've had tons of people that are like, when are the grids going to be up on Alliance University? Guys, this toolkit is so much better than those grids. I did those grids, and this toolkit is 100 times better. So it is up, it is running, it is working. It is a third-party website. It has nothing to do with our systems. Clay's showing you there on the screen. This is our toolkit that you can go in, put someone's age, their height and weight, what state they're in, whether they can only pay with a credit card or direct express. You can put in their health conditions, all their medications. It's going to pop up a list of carriers. You can quote any carrier that we have on the insurance toolkit, whether you're contracted with them or not. It's one of the easiest places to get to all the carriers to quote, and you don't need passwords. You don't need access to their website. You just need to go into the toolkit. And most of you already have an account set up. If you don't, you can go to, I believe the URL ought to be on the screen, but it should be insurancetoolkits.com. Is that correct, Clay?
That's right. And we'll make
Okay.
a post it in the Facebook group so everyone can just get a direct link.
Awesome. Yeah, you get a link, you sign up, and through that link, you're going to get, actually, if you just go to insurancetoolkits.com and sign up, you might not get our version of it, but yeah, but you're with the discount, because anybody can get it, but not at our price. We have an amazing price for this toolkit, but use the toolkit for your underwriting. For those of you that are new and can't get access to it yet, you need to be calling from the home anyway. We wouldn't be having you use the toolkit right off the bat anyway. Call us from the home. We'll use the toolkit. We'll help you out. But the toolkit is up and running and there are no glitches there. And I'm telling you, this thing is incredible. This is one of the best tools we've had access to, in the almost 13 years that I've been here. It's absolutely incredible. So it is up and running. Use that. I want to talk about a couple of the carriers that we feel like are easiest to do electronic applications with. Because, some carriers are just easier than others. Some have like a text signature. And so the ones we would recommend using, American Amicable. And we did send out an email this morning with some more information about AMAM. But this is their website, and this is where you quote. This is where you do the electronic application, everything. So you can go directly there. They've got a text signature. You don't have to worry about emailing your 84-year-old final expense client something that they've got to open and sign and all that fun stuff. So they're super easy to do their electronic applications. Wellaby, formerly known as Great Western. Well, they're still kind of known as Great Western, as well as Medico. So if you're doing like hospital indemnity plans and things like that, they have got an incredible website. Super easy to use. You can do quoting, you can do your electronic application, everything. They've got the My Enroller that you use for your e-apps. Again, these are carrier tools. They're not connected to our site, so they're totally 100% working. Mutual of Omaha. Mutual of Omaha, you might be saying, oh, come on, Gina, like they've got that email signature. No, they just came out with a text signature. So if you didn't know that, Mutual of Omaha now has text signature for their e-apps. So they have definitely simplified the process. But go directly mutualofomaha.com, sign in, and that'll take you to their website to do quote. You can do quoting there. If you've got the mobile quote from Mutual of Omaha on your phone, you're good to go. That tool is amazing to help you quote. But yeah, Clay's going in and showing you super easy to just go in and start an electronic application. And last but not least, CVS Aetna. They also have some really simple quoting tools, really simple application, text signature on their e-apps, great final expense product, as well as a lot of you sell like their critical illness plans, like their cancer plan, heart attack, stroke plan. Those things are awesome as well. So guys, the websites, they're up and running and you have access to them. It may take a couple extra clicks besides just going into the ARC and going into our e-apps. But as you can see, as Clay's showing you, it is super easy to go in and do these electronic applications. So this, Clay, what this reminds me of is like when COVID came out and there was a toilet paper shortage of all things. And, maybe you normally bought your toilet paper at Walmart because, you go to Walmart, you can get all kinds of things. You can get tires, you can get a canoe, you can get toilet paper. So that was your go-to place to go and get your toilet paper. Well, then COVID came out and Walmart didn't have any toilet paper. So by golly, you had to go to Walgreens and you had to go to CVS and you had to go to Target and you had to go, heck, we had to go to Publix and buy organic toilet paper that was like 6 rolls for $8 or something like that. But you just went different places to get what you needed because we needed toilet paper. So this is the same thing. Instead of just going that one place to the ARC to get all your e-apps, you just got to go to the carriers. It's a couple extra clicks, but we made it through COVID. We'll definitely make it through this. But just want to let you know, these are some of the carriers that you guys should focus on in this time because it's just going to make it a little easier for you. And just, to wrap up, the way I see this is really just an inconvenience. Like we have spoiled our agents. They have the ARC where everything is there in one place. They have the university where all the resources are there in one place. You just got to do a couple extra clicks. It's nothing but an inconvenience. You got to go to Walgreens to get your toilet paper instead of Walmart. It's just an inconvenience. But let me tell you, you guys have said it. We're in a war. Shots were fired, buddy. We're coming back strong. You can attack us, but by golly, we're the alliance. And you have poked the wrong daggum bear. Because not only are we not stopping, not only are we pushing forward through this, writing more applications, we are not slowing down, but we are going to come out of this stronger. We were a force to be reckoned with to begin with. That's why people attack us. If we were just a little piddly, nobody cares about it, no one would attack us. But they know what we are, Clay, and they attacked us. And by golly, it's making us nothing but stronger because we're the alliance and we will win. It is game on. Bring it on. Let's go. Love you guys. Thanks for having me on today.
Thank you, Gina. You did awesome, man. I don't know about y'all, but when I hear Gina talking like that, I got a little bit of goosebumps, and that got me excited, man. Dude, it's like Gina said, we're all banded together, and from an organizational standpoint, that's the choice we get to make. Is we get to make when the warplanes show up, do we scatter and get scared, or do we band together and get ready to fight and get through this? And so that's what I would encourage you is like, hey, yeah, stuff's broken, some of it, but most of it works, and we're still making money, and we can still get leads, and we can still continue to write business. So do you want to lay down, or you want to get up and attack and grab a gun with me and Gina and Andy and Robbie and go shoot some insurance policies and shoot the bad guys, shoot the terrorists? Like, it gets me fired up. So thank you, Gina, and thank you for giving kind of a quick run through for everybody. So we're continuing to post resources, different places, those carrier pages. It's not a complete list, but it's most of the ones that we like and that we write a lot. So take those down, save those, share those with your team. We're going to post on the Facebook group the insurance toolkit that Gina mentioned, because you want to get our discount and you want to get our, it'll load up our carriers. So that way, you know who's what and what to sell. So you want to make sure you go through our link because it'll save you money. And so we'll get that posted in the private Facebook. If you're like, what's the private Facebook? Call your manager and say, why don't you invite me to the private Facebook? That was mean. And they will invite you, but they probably just forgot because remember, we're at war. So look at here. One of the questions we've been getting is, hey, if I got a new recruit, how do I get them started? And we've devised a strategy here at our agency building task force in order to handle those questions and to handle it. So first things first, if somebody is not licensed, guess what? Our pre-licensing systems still work, okay? So they still work. You can still use those direct links. We'll post those in the Facebook as well. And you can get somebody in licensing. And honestly, the timing's all right. They're going to be able to work through their pre-licensing, and then they're going to be able to start the next phase, which is the RCAP, which is what we're about to talk about. So from our recruiting team, we were like, well, what do we do if we got somebody licensed that wants to get started? Because right now the contracting page is a part of our larger group of websites is not functioning to get somebody contracted. Now, again, we're working on it. It'll be fixed soon. But what do you do if you got somebody that's ready to go that wants to start making money today? Well, you need to give them the rigorous contracting application process, RCAP. Okay. So you don't have to copy this, but this is just an idea for my managers, for my people that are hiring specifically licensed people all across the country as a way to get them moving and in the right direction and to the starting line. So that way, when it is time to start the race and start making money with the Alliance, they are there. Now, this is our system in the ABTF. I'm not promoting this as, hey, this is exactly what everybody in the Alliance should do. I'm telling you, this is the adjustment that we've made in order to get people starting. So take it for what it is and make your own adjustments. So that way you can set your people up to win. Okay, so this is our RCAP. This is our rigorous contracting application process. So historically, when people start with the Alliance, one of the first things you have to do is get contracted, right? You have to get a number, an NAA number, and you have to get contracted in order to start working. Well, you can't do that. So what do? The thing you don't do is go, well, can't hire anybody. That is the thing you don't do. Don't say, no, sorry, we're just going to take our foot off the gas. No, 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 no. What do you do after you get somebody contracted? Well, you start them on training and you start getting them in our system. You start building depth. You start them on the 8 steps. You start them on all these different resources, right? So what if we took that part that we do after contracting and just moved that to before contracting? Brilliant, I know. So that is what our RCAP is, rigorous contracting application process, RCAP. And that's what we've been doing here with our recruiters. And they're like, when I hire a licensed person, the posture really is, hey, you got to prove it to us that you want to work with us. And here are the procedures that we work through. So when our recruiter is interviewing somebody, a licensed agent, again, it is an interview. So if you want to hear how this interview goes down, you should plug into the President's Club call on Tuesday and Wednesday. So Andy, I think it's 6 hours of recruiting. We're going to do some badass recruiting for 6 hours. You need to hear from a multimillionaire of how he built his business. Okay. So if you want to hear how that initial interviews, Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll post them. You get on there. That initial interview occurs. Now, we're setting them up for a second interview with our manager. Now, we have multiple people that work here in our team, so it's kind of like a circular. They might be talking to Patrick, they might be talking to Hannah, they might be talking to Amir, Archie, AP, they might be talking to one of these other guys, but they're setting them up for another gentleman to talk to as part of the second interview. Now, in between those 2 interviews, we're giving this person that wants to work with us. Okay, so that's the posture, is they want to work with us. We're not selling them on working with us. Like, we want them to, but we're not like, please, we're not thirsty, if that makes sense. Thirsty. We don't need some water. We're telling them, hey, like, we're hiring badass leaders and people that want to build a business. So if that's something you want to do, you're going to have to set up a second interview with my manager. And oh, by the way, a part of that, I need you to check out this opportunity video. So we share an opportunity video. If you're curious where to find the opportunity videos, they're on the Alliance YouTube. The Alliance YouTube, you just type in YouTube and then the Alliance, you'll see our YouTube page. And there's an entire playlist called opportunity videos or opportunity something. Okay, you'll see it. And it's guys like Fitz, people like Diane Lampy, people like Brandon Manley, giving a breakdown of exactly how our opportunity works. If I was you, I would pick my manager. That would be a good idea. So you pick your manager if they've got one. If they don't, pick somebody you closely associate with, either geography or they come to your city a lot. Okay, so if Andy Riddle comes to Atlanta a lot and your manager doesn't have one, pick Andy Riddle's, because then they might see Andy Riddle and it's just like this nice, it works all together. Okay. So we have them do the first interview, and then the marching orders are, I need you to watch this opportunity video. And if you're serious, we'll set you up on your second interview, which is going to be 24 to 48 hours with our hiring manager, which is one of the other gentlemen on the team. So if you're a recruiter, you're like, who do I set it up for? Is there somebody else on your team? Is there your manager? Is there somebody else that can help out? Okay. Set them up for a second interview. If you don't have somebody else that can help you on a second interview, set the second up interview for you. Set it up for you. You want to look at them a little bit better. Okay. So this is adding steps and making you more desirable, and you're filtering faster, right? If they can't watch an opportunity video to understand our business better, right? Let's find out now, not later. Okay. And so we're giving them steps and things we want them to achieve before we get them started. Now, other things on our list of rigorous contracting application process are we're going to have them listen to the 8 Steps audio. Now, we're getting them an 8 Steps book out as soon as we can get them committed, but an easy thing is to get them the 8 Steps audio. We'll get that posted so everybody can copy and steal that and give that to people. But I truthfully want to see how serious you are, and plus get an idea. You're going to get an idea of how our company works. You're going to get to hear for Andy Albright and Jane Albright's story. You're going to get to hear the basic expectations we have of people in order to make serious money with us. So I'm going to check. That's part of my check. Did you download the 8 steps? Now, in addition to that, at those marching orders following that second interview, we're going to ask for some names. We're going to say, hey, do you want to build a business? Okay, because we're looking, and at this point, we've told them we're looking for business builders. So do you want to build a business? And the answer is going to be yes, because we've made it this far. So if they say yes, we say, awesome. We're going to need 3 to 5 names of people that we can speak to, and we'll talk to you and them at the same time. So that way we can start building your business today and not 10 years from now, because it's better to start today and not 10 years from now. It's better to get a GMR last week than it was today. Still get one today, but damn it, let's go. The time is now. So we start building their business. We're asking for 3 to 5 names. Now, the next thing we're doing is we have a training course called PCTC, President's Club Training Camp. You can steal our President's Club Training Camp. Now, the guys like Brandon Manley, Mike and Noel, Riddle, I'm sure Fitz has one too. People like managers have their own like training camp training systems that are outside of Alliance University. So like Gina mentioned, we're getting some of those core courses sent out. But if you don't have one of those, either ask me or ask your manager, hey, do we have a quick start course? I'm going to have the person that's interested in working with us start training today. Start training. Let's get to the starting line of the race now. So I'll post my President's Club training camp, but yield to your manager. Use your managers first. Use mine as a backup. Also, we have trainings on YouTube we're going to be sharing with them. Now, after we've asked them to do some training, listen to the 8 steps, we're going to ask them to go to a meeting if we have one close by. Okay, this is kind of like the final, hey, if you're serious, go to a meeting. Now, we're posting them on the Facebook. We're posting them in the agency manager chat, on WhatsApp to make people aware of them. So if you are hosting a meeting, post it so we know and people can go to it. And again, that's part of our interview RCAP process to get people tied in. These are all things we would normally be doing with people, but we're doing them now before contracting as opposed to later. But how you posture and position yourself is key here, right? If you say, yeah, you can do it if you want. No, this is a requirement if you want to work with us. This is the RCAP. Okay, you see how the posture works. So that's the key, is how you posture yourself when you're asking people to do these things. It is a requirement to work with us. And if you're serious, you'll do them. If you're not serious, then great. You found out now. Now, to be clear, I would still call them back. I'm not going to just be like, well, screw them. They weren't willing to go to a meeting. No, I'm going to call them back, brother, because I'm trying to get them, because not everybody was always 100% committed when they found the alliance, right? There's examples of people across the country that were just kind of like a toe in, maybe a foot in, and then they marinated a little bit better, like a good chili. And as they were marinating longer, they got more and more and more in. So we don't want to lose those people. But right now, we got to look for the people that are in. Now, the final thing that we're doing is we're setting up a goals, kind of a GS3, to help understand what they want to get out of their experience with the Alliance, and a scheduling call to help set up their schedule. So that way, when it is game time, we're ready to go. Okay, so that's our process. We call it the RCAP, rigorous contracting application process. And part of it's to buy us time so we can get people involved and rolling. But also part of it is, again, we're taking the steps that we're normally after contracting and placing them here. Now, this was a novel idea by us, and credit to Patrick and Hannah and our recruiting team for being quick on their feet and making adjustments. Get with your manager and management team out there, design a strategy for you where you can get your licensed people moving and productive and activated without necessarily contracted. And while we get that site right, you've got people waiting at the door wanting to work with you, right? It's a desirability thing. If they've already fought to work with you, they've fought through a few steps, and now you can get them started. Okay, so that's our strategy. That's our process with getting new licensed people rolling. Now, our non-licensed people, nothing is changing there. We're getting people in licensing. We're rocking and rolling. Personally, we are pushing more resources into non-licensed people because, again, our goal here in the corporate office is 100 wide by March. And I'm challenging some people. You heard me and Jake talking about it on Wednesday. We're challenging people to run the race. So our strategy and our thinking is, hey, let's put a shitload of people in class. Let's stack it up in the licensing course. So we're posting even more ads. We might be out of ads on ZipRecruiter, so you might have to beg me to close one of my own ads for you to get an ad, which I might do. I don't know. But we are aggressively putting more on ZipRecruiter because ZipRecruiter is going to turn more non-licensed people. Now, at the same turn, work your warm market, because again, that's going to be more non-licensed people that you can get in licensing, get them activated. We know that process takes time, so get them rolling now. And again, when the time comes, you're locked and loaded. Okay, your ammo is in the gun. We're just giving you the ability to pull the trigger. You don't want to be the guy that's like, oh no, now I got to go to the store and get some ammo and then load it and then shoot the bad guys. Nah, brother, we are here. We're locked and loaded. As soon as we get the go sign, trigger is getting pulled. We're getting people contracted. We're getting people activated, and you're going to see an explosion. That's how we're going to be, is we just have our minds right. And we view this as an opportunity. Andy kind of touched on it earlier where like, hey, I think we're going to come back better than ever because you figure out the stuff that's crazy, right? When everything gets shook up like this, it allows you to simplify your processes. It allows you to look at the stuff and go, did we need to be doing that? Or was that crazy? Or, oh my God, we found a hole in our system, or we found that this system could have been put on this system and now it's smoother and sharper. So I'm so confident that we're going to come back from this better, more aggressive, crazier, hungrier, ready to make stuff happen, and more appreciative for what we have. Because I know I'm same as y'all, like, oh my God, the ARC made our lives so easy, being able to just click and go, and it helps new agents get started. But now we got a taste of what it's like for our other agencies, right? Or our other competitors out there. This is what they got to go through. They don't have some fancy, cute ARC to get all their stuff on there. They don't. Sorry, they got to go straight to the carrier websites like we're doing right now. You get to see how your competitors live in. So now once we get the ARC back and we've got that competitive advantage, we need to ring it up. We don't need to just win. We need to absolutely dominate. We have to dominate because we have such an insane advantage. And I think all of us kind of got like this and we go, oh my God, like we have to dominate. We have to win with the resources we have. And truthfully, for me personally, this has inspired me to get even crazier because when times get hard, like Gina said, this is where you figure out somebody's true character. This is where you figure out who's with you and who ain't with you. And so I know it's going to galvanize us as a team. It's going to take everybody, and we need you. Really, we need you. If you're wondering like, oh, maybe this is my time to float. No, we need your positivity. We need your mindset. We need your work. We need you showing and putting stuff out there. So this is a call to my leaders. This is a call to the people that are out there making it. Show people that you're kicking ass and working. I think Lou Abadi the other day posted something that got me fired up in the WhatsApp. He said, I did this many apps and this much premium. Nothing's going to stop me. Stuff like that keeps people's mind right. Because I know people like Lou, and I know people like Terry, and I know people are out there continuing to kick ass. Tell them about it. Show them that you're kicking ass so they can see that you ain't laying down, baby. You ain't laying down and curling into a ball. This ain't the time for that. This is the time to go and get what's yours because it's out there for the getting. All right. And know that here in the corporate office, our IT team, our President's Club, our lead team, our corporate staff, the foot is on the pedal now. We're not pulling back. We are devising crazy strategies. We're pushing into new markets. We're pushing into new strategies to win even bigger. So know that this is effing crazy. We have never been through something like this before, but know that we've been through crazy stuff before. And we survived to tell the tale, and we will survive again to tell the tale. So great news, you got a war story and you're in the war, and outside of this, we're going to get a damn good story. And we're going to be able to tell this story for years as a galvanizing tool of, hey, when something less bad happens, that's like this bad, like this one's like this bad is big, but like when something this bad happens, we can be like, hey, you remember that time? Seriously, real talk. We're going to look back at this and we're going to laugh and we're going to have good stories and we're going to get through it, and our momentum's going to carry. So just know that we're extremely grateful here at the corporate office. We're extremely grateful for everybody that's continuing to kick ass that did not lay down, because we ain't laying down. I'm extremely grateful to Robbie and Andy and our IT team for staying focused, making shit happen for long hours, everything they're doing. It's just been incredible. And like I said, we're making effing progress. We're going forward, not backwards. It might be a minute, so gear up for a long war, but know that we're going the right damn direction. And I'm grateful for all of you that are on the call today, hearing this galvanizing spirit, you yourself staying plugged in and kicking ass. And my challenge to you is to post your numbers and to continue pulling the team tighter. We're in a war. We all need to be on the same page to go attack the enemy that is poverty. We will not lay down. We will attack. So your marching orders are to continue the positive message, to go kick ass and to make it happen. Thank you for being on the call, the activity call today. Thank you, Andy, for having me on, man. My name is Clay Mertes, Director of Sales here at the corporate office.